told everybody that he sold his soul to the devil.
I sold my soul to the devil. I know it's a crappy deal. At least it came with a few toys like a Happy Meal. I'm spaced out.
Shalom, family. Today that the Most High has made, we rejoice and be glad in it. That I am that I am, Yahuwah Elohim, Luis Eternal. Let's get it. Also, putting up this warning: federal law allows citizens to prohibit, distribute, or inhabit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videos, tapes, videos for certain circumstances. So I'm going to be talking about Kanye West, and the role he's playing right now as a angel of light, but really he is a demonic imposter, and also he is a Mason who is not taking down the Illuminati, but in the Illuminati and doing things so that we can trust him, and how he's coming up against the Jewish, he's coming against the synagogue of Satan, because they are in rulership of different things that are happening in Hollywood and industry and things that they own worldwide, and how so they know that, you know, that he is talking about truth. However, it's some half truths getting us to view him as the Messiah, view him and put him on a pedestal like he is going to be our spokesperson for a lot of the Hebrews, and how he's fighting against them. And they know the prophecies that's going on right now in Revelations 2:9. I know thy works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. I know the blasphemy of them that say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue
First
of
of
Satan.
all, I am Jew also. The 12 lost tribes of Hebrew. Do the math. Do your research on it. We have got our culture ripped from us and then told we were just simply void of color, which is another definition for black. But if we knew we were a culture and knew we were a people the way the Jewish people know, then we wouldn't abort ourselves. We wouldn't shoot each other dead in the streets and then.
So I agree with what he said on the Jew part, but he's still playing the role as a false Messiah, and the blasphemy that he's been doing for years, having repented for it publicly, as he has told us publicly that he has sold his soul, and different things that he does so that we are focused on the identity of Hebrews and not focused on the Messiah. And so many will come up and say that they are Christ, and they shall deceive many. That is what he's doing right now. He's deceiving, and he's playing both sides. See, right now he has back then he had the upside down cross, the mark of the beast. He had the Jezebels around him, and also this woman has even a snake tongue, a forked tongue, as in lying, and everything that he has done cannot be trusted. It says how many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. Once again, he is acting as a false prophet. I remember seeing him as a Pharisee.
The Jewish people have their hand on every single business that controls the world. And everybody knows that faux fact. Like, you ever seen the movie Lego Movie where the guy realizes everything is the same company? That's what's happening. What I'm doing is I'm Me Tooing the Jewish culture. I'm saying y'all gotta stand up and admit to what y'all been doing. And y'all just got away with it for so long that y'all don't even realize what y'all doing. So for all the Jewish media, y'all wanna sit down and have a conversation with me? Then let's have a conversation. But you ain't gonna send Harley Pasternak, Puff Daddy, Meek Mills, Kim Kardashian, none of the usual suspects, and get me to stop talking. You're going to have to take my life.
So they're going to want to try to play this agenda that he might be crazy, or he's going to kill himself, or make him a sacrifice at the end of the day, exalt himself like the Messiah, doing this for his people as he's speaking up after years of going through this persecution or being under the Jewish and everything like that. But he wants to be worshipped as himself. He even had a mocking Bible saying everything that was for God is Kanye. And then also he changed his name to Martin Lewis the King. Messiah's name is Louis Caro, and he put the king as the king of the kings, so it's the blasphemy right there. And also, you notice how he had Ye for president, and also the God, still making himself the main attraction. And so, the Genesis and every blasphemy he's done, I don't know why people don't, recognize these things that he has done before and just has accepted him, even though his literal role was for him to block the throne. It says watch the throne, watching it as so that Messiah doesn't rise, so he doesn't rise the pyramids, so he doesn't get the altar, so he doesn't become the King of Kings and Lord of Lords in the second coming. And also his different songs were straight blasphemy. They be having direct attacks to the children of the Most High and also to the Messiah right here when he says there is no church in a while, meaning there won't be no exodus. He's blocking the exodus right now, bringing up black identity, also targeting the Messiah right here with the head. Kara means the anointed Messiah. No man should have all that power, talking about the Messiah, talking about God. Also the blood, the altar, the rejection of the stone, and he's at the head. The pillars right here with the Masonic lodges, and then also blocking the Messiah with the blasphemy. He says all day long my name is blasphemed, and that's what they do in their songs. This is what they've been doing as playing the different roles. They're in different they're gatekeepers in hell, and they're gatekeepers in the industry that you have to go through. You have to do these Masonic rituals, these lodges, these oaths, these covenants that they have are still in place until they renounce them, they repent for them publicly and also in private and pray to the Father. But you can't just come out and just make a Jesus is King and think that everything is okay. Right here, even in a Jesus and King, he's doing a ritual with the Baphomet with the one leg up symbolism, and had all these Christians perform this ritual with him. Even different later, I'm going to show videos of when he had the all-seeing eye, them all sitting in that. This is the interview that he did. Just look at this. The drugs, the alcohol. He doesn't look like he's not a part of the Illuminati anymore. He's like they're all buddies. They're all ha and having a good time. And
none of these niggas, all you fake hard niggas, fuck you. Oh, got the address.
you can't bite the hand that's feeding you. He still has the money and the riches from these Jewish people that he's calling out. He has covenants with them. He has contracts with them. He's getting out of them now. But what made me look at that interview was 1 Peter 5:8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, is roaring lion, seeking who he may devour. So I seen all the drugs, the alcohol, that they're having a good time, and I'm just like, that doesn't look like anyone who has given their life to the Most High or who's following God. We got the candles right here with the voodoo, the summonsing. We got the drinks. Even the alcohol is a spirit. Alcohol is a demon, and also the smoke and the transfer of different spirits going all around. So I bet the demons was popping up in there, and they just using it as a platform, as an altar to spread their agenda that they want to spread right now. And then they had the Lewis behind them with the witchcraft star. The Lewis, the Leferli, is a lily in French, and we know that the lily is a sign of the Hebrews. It is the Lewis. The key is the Messiahs. Look at him getting that praise. And also it's all about the money at the end of the day. This is a power move, a money move. And also he said he is Michael. Once again, blasphemy. He said that Michael is going to stand up in the last days for the children to save them. There's Michael, the archangel. There's Michael, which is another name for the Messiah, and he's playing that role right now. And he said that I'm the Michael. He even said he's the Godfather. He's saying he's God. He has $6.6 billion. You have to do something. You have to do rituals. You have to do sacrifices. You have to sell your soul and do even more worse things to be at that level anyway. They're not just going to let anybody get in their brotherhood, in their Masonic lodges. You have to do a sacrifice, the Illuminati sacrifice. He first sacrificed his mother for his riches and his fame, and then he did the rituals so that he can get to that level and get this type of praise and worship. He put himself on a pedestal, put himself on the altar, has everybody worshiping him. everything dark, just like being in hell, just worship him like he is the top dog. And then also then he had to sacrifice his friend Virgil for the creation of Donda so that he can get the same type of money or same type of power. Whenever you do sell your soul or you make a contract with Satan, the money is the finalizement of that. That is the, okay, you did it, you signed in blood sacrifice, you put yourself on a pedestal, you blaspheme the Messiah, then once you get this money, deal is done and it's hands. What does it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Mark 8:36. So it profit him money, riches, fame, power. You know, he is a mason. He has been doing these masonry signs. He has symbols and things that he's always used and put in his music. He also has the pendant right now for the Mason Lodge that he is in, the order out of chaos, new world order type of thing that they got going on. And he does this chaos magic. Whenever he pops up on the scene, he has ties with the religion, government. I think he's high in government. I think he's
Don't
and then you have all the information that one of God's favorite angels that was in charge of music came down and started putting message in it. You know, the devil is also the angel of music.
You know, at the end of the day, I'm going down as a legend, whether or not you like me or not. I am the new Jim Morrison. I am the new Kurt Cobain. You know, they feel like, yo, you know, he's got a God complex because he said if they wrote the Bible again, that he would be in it. Duh, yeah, I would be in it. I feel like I'm one of the more important people, you know, in pop culture right now. One of the only people with an opinion. The Bible had, you know, 20, 30, 40, 50 characters in it. You don't think I would be one of the characters of today's modern?
He's disrespecting the Bible again. He's also very arrogant, very egotistic and prideful. Same thing that made Satan fall from heaven. He has the blonde hair that shows the MK Ultra. He's being used for an agenda. I feel like every time they need something done, they're gonna call in Kanye for a sacrifice for energy harvest, just to push their agenda or whatever they want to do done. The death, and he talks about a lot of woke things, you know, to get us to trust him and get us to be like, oh, he's awakening us, he's on our side, even when he made the Jesus is King. But you can't do all that you have done and then come and just say, you know, I'm just going to sing some music. And he's doing these rituals, these songs and stuff with Charles Mason, with angels of death. He has the darkness all around him. He has the water for the Marine Kingdom. He has the cross for the symbol of death. He did this to get the Christians on his side. And now he's coming for the Hebrews to get them on his side, to rise him up as the Messiah, or to get him to be worshipped. And it's crazy that he had said how he was a Jew and, you know, he's pushing this black and white agenda, but he has a Gentile Jesus on the stage for his songs.
I think what you're doing right now is actually the absence of thought. And the reason why I feel like that, because Kanye, you're entitled to your opinion. You're entitled to believe whatever you want. But there is fact and real world, real life consequence behind everything that you just said. And while you are making music and being an artist and living the life that you've earned by being a genius, the rest of us in society have to deal with these threats to our lives. We have to deal with the marginalization that has come from the 400 years of slavery that you said for our people was a choice. Every day we have to walk into that truth while you choose to say things that, to be honest with you, dog, are nonsensical. You want to think freely? That's fine. I'll come.
He didn't care not one thing that man had to say. And it's crazy because that man had a lion over there for the Lion of Judah. And also you see that he always pops up around these times with controversy, propaganda, comments and things. First it was they didn't cancel him when he said that slavery was a choice. They didn't cancel him when he said white lives matter, or, you know, the different explosive things that he said, but they canceled him when he was talking about the Jewish landlords and slave masters that are in the industry. And, you know, he did this white lives matter and everything to get people to have white against black, to have that race war going on, the World War III that they want going on, the white versus the black, the checkerboard, the light, the kingdom of darkness versus the kingdom of light, and also still promoting himself as president, promoting himself to be exalted.
All on medication right now. Did you use toothpaste with fluoride today? It blocks your pineal gland. And they put children on it. It's inside the deodorants that we use. It's all these things to create like a disconnect to God, to serve that. I don't think in the black and white lines that I've been programmed to think in. So when I talk, it's not a rant, it's a symphony of ideas. And when you collect them, you say, oh, these are all these things that connect. I just tell the truth, and telling the truth is crazy in a world full of lies.
He says these things to get us to be on his side, also so that we can just know, like, oh, he's awoke, he's aware, but then he turns around and charges us an arm and a leg for his services. And he was crying, and just, once he realized what's going on, like, he knew who he was in bed with, he know he married, he know the people and contracts that he did, but still, like, now he's backtracking.
I understand completely the example you gave me. I think all racism is wrong.
So I feel that we've grown.
I would like you to reflect.
I feel we've grown.
If you feel we've grown? If you've now changed what you wanted to say originally, my question for you is, do you now regret saying DEFCON 3 on Jewish people? Are you sorry you said that? No. I don't think it matters. You should be.
Absolutely not. I will say I'm sorry for the people that I hurt with the DEFCON, the confusion that I call. I feel like I cause hurt and confusion. And I'm sorry for the families of the people that had nothing to do with the trauma that I had been through, and that I used my platform where you say hurt people, and I was hurt.
It's an uncensored interview. You said something which you've now wished you hadn't said, and you've apologized. I actually think that says a lot about you. Right? That shows you've got that ability to be self-aware, to understand when you cross a line. I think someone like you, with all your energy and creativity and your passion, you're going to say stuff. The way that you talk constantly and in such an extraordinary manner, you're going to trip up. You're going to say things the wrong way. I don't think there's anything wrong in, when you do that, doing what you just did and saying, look, I'm sorry, I crossed a line, I apologize.
I want to say that it's wrong to hold an apology hostage, and I got to let go of that. And free myself of the trauma and say, look, I'm just going to give it all up to God right now, and say to those families that I hurt, I really want to give you guys a big hug. And I want to, I say, I'm sorry for hurting you with my comments. And I want to word it in not in like a political way, but in a presidential way, which means what I knew a president to be when I was growing up.
Same thing Nick Cannon did, same thing Whoopi Goldberg did whenever they made these comments and spoke up against their masters and their handlers. They had got canceled or needed to apologize or was threatened to lose everything, their riches, the money that they had, and everything like that, to play the role as the house slave that's saying, like, if you don't kiss up to master, then you're not going to be able to get the riches, or you're not able to get the favor, and how you need to back down, not claim your inheritance as a Hebrew, not speak out against them. And also, he's running for president. Even at the end of the video, he was talking about presidency. 24 equals 6. Also, 2022 equals 6. And he was born in June, which is 6, which is a 666, which is a high antichrist, anti-Kara spirit. Even he said he knew Obama, and Obama came to him about him running for president. So I feel like all this is leading up to the presidency, to blasphemy of the Messiah, to the Antichrist. And also, he said how he's on the level of Obama. He blasphemed the Lewis, he blasphemed the Kara means the anointed Messiah, and how he's up there in government and level and different things like that, and how they're put in place to fulfill the purpose of getting the masses to be deceived, getting the masses to be in their sacrifice, to join them in hell, to become Masons themselves, to become Jesus, to just tell you have truth. They have to show you exactly what they're planning or what they're doing and get you to trust them. And then when they fail, then you feel like all hope is lost. And then I just wanted to say the Revelations 3:9, behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, who say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them come and worship at thy feet, and know that I have loved thee. So that was for the fake Jews, the Jewish that believed that them to be Jewish were in rulership. And I feel like he's bringing attention to the Jewish, and then he's also bringing attention to the Hebrews, and he had got the Christians on his side. Now he's trying to get the Hebrews on his side, everything to rise him above the Messiah. And how you do anti-Semitic comments when he's a Semitic himself, and it's just showing you what happens when you break the oath, how everybody will turn on you, how you'll be blacklisted, how you will lose money, how everybody will not, mess with you anymore. They will say that you're crazy, cut ties with you. And he could be trying to get out for real, but he has to truly repent. He has to take up the sort of the spirit. In these interviews, he doesn't do any scriptures towards them, that he doesn't comment back. He comments with frustration, cussing, and just doing a lot of things out of character and everything to get him idolized. And people are idolizing right now in the news, on social media, and blaspheming the Most High.